Hi friends, Jim here, back in the shop on this gloomy Saturday afternoon here in Northern California. Getting some rain on and off, so staying dry, staying busy. I just got done with some lunch, so I thought I'd take a little smoke break before I get back to work in here. Enjoying some Pneuma Coffee. That's P-N-E-U-M-A, Pneuma Coffee, from Chris Bean at Bean Piper. I'm enjoying some of the decaf, the Colombian decaf. Some tasty stuff. So, smoking some Gowith and Hogarth Dark Bird's Eye. And I'm just smoking out of one of my shot pipes here, little Bones Prince. Oh, getting ready for the Chicago show. Right now I'm working on some commission pipes I'm going to deliver in Chicago. Once I get those done, I'll go ahead and start making some pipes to sell there at Chicago. Got this full bent acorn here. That's all ready to blast now. So got it all taped off, ready to go. Stem's all made. I'm working on a paneled sitter. It'll look better once I get it blasted up. But when you look at it from the side, the silhouette makes it look like it's a round pipe. And once I blast it and stain it, it'll look like it's just a regular round pipe until you get up on top of it and you can see that it's paneled. So something a little different. It's a commission pipe there. And also working on a bent Cobra. Got a real nice face to it. You can see that working on shaping that out, staying busy. Also working on a freehand bent egg with a plateau on top. So hoping to get those done this week sometime, so 1st of April I can start making some pipes. Hoping to have somewhere between 5 and 8 pipes for sale in Chicago. Anyway, so I heard Chris Bean was on Hey We're Talking, and watched that show and enjoyed it. Him and Derek Tant were talking about coffee and roasting and getting the coffee directly from the farmers. So sent some messages out, started talking with Chris and with Derek about what machines they have, what coffees they're running, type of grinders and stuff. And in the past I always thought, you know, guys with their own espresso machines and big grinders like that were kind of coffee snobs. You know, for me it's always just drip coffee or Keurig or whatever was handy. You know, 20 years ago I had a little espresso machine, and that worked like crap, never frothed the milk up. So if I wanted a good latte or a cappuccino or cafe mocha or something, I'd go to Starbucks and get it because they were close, something easy. But listening to those guys talk about making coffees, I started doing a little research, got on YouTube, I started checking some things out, and found Seattle Coffee Gear, Clive Coffee, Whole Latte Love, and a couple other ones. And started looking at the different machines, and you know, you start out looking at them and think, man, I don't need a very big one, so I'm looking at ones between $300 and $500 for a machine, and that's a lot of money for most people. And looking at it thinking, yeah, I could probably swing that. And then started watching YouTube videos, and they start talking about having a clean cup of coffee and less acids and things like that. So I started watching do pour overs, and then the AeroPress and different things like that. So I thought, oh, what the heck, I'm going to try that. So I got an AeroPress and ordered up some Chris's coffee and tried that out, and man, it was really good. It was really different, clean. It wasn't bitter, didn't have that acid, didn't get acid reflux from it at all. I thought, wow, this is really good. So I went ahead and got a pour over with Kalita. So just use a filter, put some coffee in the filter, and I ended up getting a new grinder and some stuff. So I ended up spending a couple $100 on, you know, 3 or 4 different kinds of coffee, a couple pour over setups and things like that. So I've been experimenting with that for a couple weeks, and it's pretty tasty. Really enjoy it. But I found myself this last week slipping and watching the videos of all the espresso makers. So all the comparisons and different things like that, and I started thinking, man, I really want to get one of those too. So then I started, you know, pricing them again. And I thought, okay, you know, $300 or $400, I should be able to get one of those. I already got a decent grinder. And then I started watching more videos, and next thing you know, I've, you know, probably racked up about 30 hours of video time watching stuff and different machines. And I thought, okay, well, that $300 or $400, kind of thought, I could probably stretch that out, you know, and get one with a PID, which helps keep the temperature regulated, and with a nice heat block exchanger. Heat exchanger block, and next thing you know, I'm looking at machines that are $1,000. And you know, that's crazy, $1,000 for an espresso machine. And then I see down in the corner, oh, you can do it in payments, so you can get it and pay $100 a month. So, I could swing $100 a month, you know. How much do I spend over at Starbucks? You know, how many coffees do I get a month? You know, I probably spend $75 a month, and you know, getting a cafe mocha, you know, is what, $5 or $6 now. You know, and you get a couple a week, and it adds up quick. And next thing you know, you spend about $75 or $80. So if I get that, you know, I can make mochas, lattes, all that stuff for the whole family. And I thought, wow, that'd be pretty cool. Save some money. Or justified at least. So, sorry, this is not burning really good right now. Gotta reset my temp here. So, now I'm justifying spending $1,000 for it. And of course, when you start looking at it, you know, the cheap grinder I got, that's not going to work for espressos. So now I'm looking at espresso grinders. Entry model espresso grinders that are nice, you know, they're like $300 or $400, and they go up to $2,000 for commercial ones. I'm thinking, holy crap. Well, I'm looking at $1,500 for a good grinder and an espresso maker. But wait, you can make payments on it. It's only $150 a month. What a deal. So like any other red-blooded American, I start looking at the more expensive machines. What the hell? Looking at machines that are anywhere from $1,000 up to $2,500. I mean, it's not like I'm looking at the $4,000 to $8,000 machines, right? I can justify this. And I start looking at them, and it's like, hey, you can get this machine for $160 a month, and the grinder for another $400, so $200 a month. You got what is it, a prosumer machine. This thing, you could work at a cafe, or you could have it at home. And I'm looking at this going, man, now I'm looking at machines that are $2,000 a piece, grinders that are $1,000 a piece, and I'm thinking, holy crap, $3,000 for a setup. How much am I really going to, you know, use this? And where I'm going with this thinking about it, it's like, it's a lot like pipes. You know, all the different tobaccos out there to try, all the different pipe makers and different things. You look online and you see all these pipes, and first you're looking at pipes that are maybe $100, and you're like, well, let's look at these guys here. And next thing it's 200 and 500 and 1,000. Yes, Conovik's $5,000 for a new pipe. You're just looking, right? You're not going to buy anything, and next thing you know, you're trying to justify it. I'm just thankful that for pipes, there isn't a way to make payments on it. I know you could use a credit card or maybe the PayPal, pay in 6 months or whatever, but not like these other places and other businesses where they offer it in payments. Because if you do it in payments, I'd probably be in big trouble, because there's some pipes out there I'd like to get from some well-known makers, and I could rack a bill up real quick. Next thing you know, I'd be paying $500 a month, a car payment, paying for pipes. It'd be crazy. But so haven't bought anything right now. It's just looking, testing the waters, thinking about it, how much I'm actually going to use it. So anyway, it's just like anything else. New hobbies, you start looking at stuff, just like fly fishing. You get into fly fishing, you buy a few flies, and you buy an inexpensive rod and reel, and you go out fishing, and next thing you know, you're thinking, hey, this 6-weight I got that I can fish anything with is a little too big for that little creek over there, so I'm gonna get me a little 4-weight or a 3-weight. So next thing you know, you're gonna get a 3-weight, but wait, 3-weights are smaller and you can snap the tip off, and if you get a really big fish, if you get a more expensive rod, those usually come with lifetime guarantees or warranties, whatever you want to call it, where if you break it, you just ship it back to them, they send you a new one. So now you're starting to justify spending more money on a rod. Instead of paying $200 for a rod, now you're looking at one that's $600, because hey, that warranty, it's worth it. And you can't put a cheapo reel on that, so now you're looking at a $300 to $400 reel to put on there, and next thing you know, you got 5 or 6 rods, and now you're into tying your own flies, and you got a bunch of money into that. So I guess that's just the American way. Everything we get into, there's so much offered and so many choices, you can just really get into it. So I've always loved coffee. For about the last 15 years, I haven't really been able to drink too much of that, because with my stomach, I can't really handle caffeine too well. It just tears me up. So I'm discovering the world of decaf coffees and brewing it different ways, especially with the pour over and the AeroPress through the filters. They claim it strips out anywhere from 25 to 40% of the acids out of the coffee, so that it's smoother and it's not as acidic or bitter. So I found out about cold brewing, and you can get a setup for cold brewing anywhere from $35 up to $200, and you can cold brew either a cup or a whole pot. When you cold brew, you make a concentrate, and that ends up, you take a half a cup of that and a half a cup of water, put it together, throw it in the microwave in the morning, you got a cup of coffee, and you just drink off that pitcher all week. So that's supposed to be anywhere from 50 to 70% less acidic. So I thought, I might try that too. So it's opened up a new world. Now I'm drinking a lot more coffee. I've been able to drink coffee every day for the last probably week and a half or so, and doing good, enjoying it. So anyway, I just thought it was kind of funny. Got all hot and heavy looking at these different espresso machines, and it just relates back to pipes or cigars or fly fishing or classic cars or whatever you get into. You start looking at getting into it, and it's like, a little more money, I can really get into it and get a lot more bang for my buck. And funny. Anyway, rambling on here on this Saturday afternoon. Almost done with the smoke. Got to get back to work. So everyone be well. Have a good weekend. Stay smoky.